Hi, I'm Katy Auker with the Stephen Sondheim Society, and I'm here in Chichester with Lucy May Barker, who is playing Johanna in their production of Sweeney Todd. So, how long have you been rehearsing?
We've been rehearsing for, oh God, I think we did about 4 weeks in London, and then we've had a week in Chichester, and then we've been doing our technical rehearsals all of this week. And then tonight's our first preview, which is very scary, and trying not to think about that at all. There's going to be people watching it, but it's really exciting. We've been ready, I think we've been sort of ready for an audience, because it's, you know, we've actually surprised ourselves, because like the show has been in like quite a good shape as each like rehearsal sort of section has ended, like in London at the end of that. It was great, etc. So yeah, I think we're ready for an audience, but still very scared.
And how have you been finding getting into character?
Do you know what? Funnily enough, Johanna is one of those parts that a lot of people just go, oh, it's Johanna, it's nice, you know, it's, oh, she sings pretty songs, but actually, for me personally, there is a lot more to Johanna than just her pretty songs and her pretty hair. And she's very scared a lot of the time. There is almost something not quite there with Johanna, because she's so skittish, and she has been sort of locked away since she was a baby. She's never really been sort of out of the judge's house. So yeah, there is a lot more to her than meets the eye, and I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to sort of know her, as it were, because it is such a lovely character in that way. Yeah, but it's been really, really fun. I've enjoyed it.
And have you, I mean, it's such an intense show and such an intense role. Do you find it hard to switch off after, you know, coming out of rehearsals, or?
Well, yes, because, and especially the last couple of days, Johanna's exit is so scary, and like for the past 20 minutes before the exit, I'm just constantly in this state of complete panic. and you'll see I hide in the chest, and I'm in there for a good sort of 5 minutes, and it just those 5 minutes of just being trapped in this dark space. You can't see anything, you can just hear ever so slightly what's going on, and it really does take you to exactly where you need to be.
Yeah.
It's an actress, it's brilliant, it's really good. So it is, I am a bit like panicked when I'm doing my change for the curtain call, and then I sort of calm down afterwards, so it's fine. So I'm smiley for the curtain call, but no, it is, yeah.
And what can people kind of expect from this production? Is it quite traditional, or, you know, will there be some surprises in store?
The one thing that I personally absolutely love about this production is that it's very real. There's no sort of, you know, big old jazz hands, not that there is in Sweeney Todd anyway, but it is very, very, very real. And I think that is, I mean, Imelda's performance as Mrs. Lovett is like nothing I've ever seen before, from an actress, from someone playing Mrs. Lovett, anything. It's standalone, absolutely amazing. And actually, Michael's performance is so not what you'd expect from people who've seen Michael do his things like Hairspray and stuff like that. And it really is
quite a departure from Edna.
Absolutely. But it really, the two are the dream pair. They've been absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see what people make of them, because you've never seen, I think people go and they go, oh, it's like one Matt Staunton, really excited, and you see them and you see their performance, and it's just nothing like what you could ever imagine. It's brilliant. I'm really excited for everyone to see it. It's great. Yeah, it's great.
And do you know if there's a possibility of a cast recording so we can?
We'd absolutely love. There's all the rumours, isn't there, of transfer, cast recording, everything, and we know about as much as all of you guys know. We'd all absolutely love one, and one thing we've all been saying is actually it would be really nice, because this production is so sort of different to the rest of the productions. A cast recording would be really, really cool. So yeah, give us some money.
So is there a difference in kind of the actual, you know, the material, or just is it kind of the staging that, you know?
It is, you know, it's the staging and it's the performances, and it's a mixture of all of them. I think it's just very, I mean, the set, Anthony Ward designed the set, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing. It's just, I keep singing its praises. I'm in it, so I love it. But it's great. It's subtle almost, I think is the word, and but yeah, it's fun.
And it's a thrust stage, isn't it?
It is,
so
yeah, it's everyone. We were just doing the curtain calls now actually, and we were like, oh, we can't leave people out, so we've been like playing to everyone, and that's also really interesting for the piece as well, because and again, that just makes it more real. It's less like, oh, here's the audience, let's do a show.
Yeah.
It's more of a world that we can create, so, but yeah, it's cool.
And how does doing Sondheim, performing a Sondheim show, how does that differ from performing any other kind of show that you've done?
One thing I will say about Sondheim is that for me, it's like learning to ride a bike. Once you learn it, you will never forget it. And I played Mrs. Lovett when I was 15 in the sports production.
That is, your dad tweeted me.
And it was so funny getting into the rehearsal room and just instantly it's in there again, and you go, oh my god, why have I not forgotten this? This is like a million years ago. And it was, yeah, it's one of, you think, oh my god, this is so incredibly hard to learn, and then it will just click. And the thing about Sondheim's work is that you sing as you would speak. There's no in a lot of musical theatre, you have to find a way to perform a song, you have to find a way to act a song, but this, just he gives you it on a plate anyway, so it's a joy to perform,
Brilliant. Well, so you've done West End shows, you've been in tours, you've done open air theatre, you've done everything, Fringe, everything. What's your favourite?
I've been so excited. I'm so emotional anyway as a person, and it's been so incredible to be in a musical again, and just to be in a proper old theatre with a proper old company, and everyone's together, and we've got our amazing ensemble that are just huge, and they make this huge sound, and there's just something about musicals, I think, and something about being in the theatre, and the whole thing of doing a proper classic musical is, for me, because that's where I started off as a little girl, and because that was always my main thing. Yeah. It's just something really, really special about sort of doing it, and this has almost been a dream that's been realised fully by doing this show. It's really, really incredible, and I will probably cry loads tonight in the curtain call, as I usually do.
And you have a film coming out, I believe, soon.
I do, yeah.
When is it coming out?
I still don't know when it's coming out. There's all sorts of rumours. I think it's going to be, well, they said it was going to be the end of this year, but I think it might, I don't know, maybe early, I don't know. Google it. Google will know better than I do. But yeah, it's just like a little part in The Woman in Black, which Daniel Radcliffe's in. And it's so funny, the acting world, being in this company again, so many links. Because of course Imelda did Harry Potter with Dan, and so many of the ensemble company have worked with so many people, and it's just that web. Each job you do, the web just gets thicker and thicker of people. So that's been really fun as well, to find out who we all know and have worked with and stuff.
And what was it like, the experience of working on a film? How did it compare with theatre?
So different. I mean, so enjoyable, but it's a totally different, it's almost like a totally different discipline. Yeah. It's the same as you wouldn't compare a doctor with a lawyer. It's almost, for me, that far apart, because at the end of the day you're still doing the acting and the singing or whatever you're doing, but it is a totally different feel and of course with theatre you get that instant feedback, which I think is one reason why I absolutely love theatre, because there is nothing better than having an audience that is really enjoying themselves. There's actually nothing better than being off stage and being able to listen to your friends and colleagues giving their all, and an audience absolutely loving it as well. So yeah, it's really, really cool, really different, but both equally as enjoyable, I'd say.
So would you like to do more films?
I'd love to, absolutely love to. One thing I would love to do is one of those big old classic musical films, just marry the two together would be, I think, again, a totally different experience probably.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'd love to do. I'm in this wonderful position. I'd love basically anything. I'd love to do anything. Just give me a job.
I was just gonna say, and you mentioned being back in a in a big musical. you know, you got your start in Spring Awakening. That's where so many people have, you know, seen you in that and loved you in that. It closed, sadly, very prematurely. But you know, is it good to be back in kind of a dark musical again?
Yeah, it is. It really is. But again, it's so different to Spring Awakening. It's like for me, Spring Awakening was like not like any sort of musical that I'd ever experienced as a kid. So, which is why I said earlier, like, if doing Sweeney Todd has been like an actual dream come true without sounding cheesy, it's just like to sing all of that lovely stuff that Johanna, she's just got the most beautiful songs. I just hope I knew just Stephen. But yeah, it's been an absolute dream doing this. It's been absolutely incredible.
And of course, you didn't really get a chance to show off your soprano in Spring Awakening or in any of the things you've been doing since. So it'd be nice to hear your higher register.
Be interesting for me to see what comes out on the night. No, it has. It's been again just a totally different experience. I've been so lucky with all the different jobs that I've done. All different. You know, yeah. Basically, everything's been different. So again, this has been really lovely, and I've not. When I was auditioning for this, actually, I hadn't sung soprano maybe since I was like 15 or something. And I'd done it for like auditions occasionally, but I went to this incredible teacher called Mark Malin, and he coached me basically through the audition process, and he was absolutely amazing. The first lesson that I had with him, I came out and I went mage, and I was like, oh my god, he's so amazing. I need to have him just in my house ready for if I ever have an audition. But yeah, he's really amazing. And actually, for someone who'd not really had any sort of singing lessons for a couple of years, because I'd been doing plays and stuff, it's incredible what just one singing lesson to do for anyone who is doing sort of musical theatre. And I'm definitely one. I just let it slack a bit, and just like having the lessons is just really good. It just fills you with confidence as well, which is like one of the most important things for me.
Well, also, when you were in Spring Awakening and your name was Lucy Barker as opposed to Lucy May Barker, everybody was like, she needs to be in Sweeney Todd one day.
Right?
And now you're in Sweeney Todd. So did you think about that when you were auditioning, or had that not occurred to you?
Babe, my mum, if I could tell you how many times my mum's gone, oh, it's like in the show, isn't it? She's got Lucy Barker in the show. I said, I know, Mum, I've known always about that. But yeah, it's really funny, and everyone, when I was introducing myself to everyone on the first day of rehearsals, everyone was going, hey. I was going, no, really, I am called Lucy Barker. And they were all going, really? And I had to go through the whole thing again, like I had done with my mum a million times. So yeah, it's funny musical theatre, irony, coincidence thing there, which we love.
meant to be. And when is Sweeney Todd running until? When can people catch it?
We are running until the 5th of November. And yeah, we've got like 11 previews starting from tonight, and then our press night is on the 6th of October, and then we've got a lovely sort of month there. Brilliant. Which people can come and see. But I know there's a couple of shows that have sold out already, which is amazing. So yeah, loads of tickets. There's some amazing student deals as well. The student tickets here are really good, and yeah, the theatre's absolutely beautiful, and the whole place is beautiful. So yeah, definitely come down to Chichester and come and see us.
Get booking.
Come and see us, guys.
Well, thank you so much, Lucy.
Thanks, Dave. It's been lovely.
It has been lovely.
Amazing. See you soon.